Welcome in Valtellerina, in the southeast part of Tuscany. The towns of Anghiari, Sansepolcro and Pieve Santo Stefano host the first round of the 2022 TER Historic, the second Rally Storico Valle del Tevere. The 2022 TER season kicks off in Rovaniemi, with the first TER promo event of the year, followed by a new entry in the series in Guanajuato, Mexico, next April. The 2022 TER historic season is starting and ending in Italy, from Tuscany up to the French Riviera, across to the Vaud and Valais regions of Switzerland, through to Georgia, across to Wales, before the final event in Sardinia. In recent editions of Rally Valtellerina, the historical name of the event, drivers such as Hayden Paddon, Inessa Tushkanova, Volkan Isaac, Paolo Andrucci, have starred on its stages. A great second edition awaits the Rally Storico Valle del Tevere. 15 cars at the start, and many drivers can fight for victory on gravel special stages which have made rallying history. The 2022 Rally Storico Valle del Tevere is divided into 2 days and 7 special stages. There is great interest around the TER historic crews, who will be fighting for the series points. One of these is the Hungarian Messiati, co-driven by Bernadette Gerinkser, who will try to start in the best way a season in which he aims to stand out in TER with his Lada Vaz 21011. In the fight for the TER historic, also the driver from San Marino Germano Bellini, with Italian Matteo Raggia at his side, on a Ford Escort RS. The sunsets over the Tevere Valley awaits the crews at the start of the first special stage. Due to personal problems, Bruno Polliccioni, who was the first on the entry list, didn't start. Andrea Tonelli and Roberto Debbie are the fastest in the first test. The Ford Escort RS crew leads the Ford Sierra Cosworth of Fabrizio Bacci and Soro Farnocchia by 11.7 seconds. Third is the Opel Corsa GSI of Riccardo Costa and Domenico Molaroni, 23 seconds behind the leader. The Lancia Delta Integrale of Stefano Pellegrini and Samantha Grossi is fourth, ahead of Mombelli's Ford Escort RS. Federico Ormazzano, sixth with his Talbot Sunbeam Lotus, precedes Gasparoni's Citroën Axe and Landini's Peugeot 309. Grifoni is ninth with his Opel Corsa, ahead of the Hungarian Messiati, who, co-driven by Bernadette Gerinkser, is first in the TER historic classification. The Lada Vaz 21011 crew leads the series standings ahead of the Ford Escort of the Italian Germano Bellini and Matteo Raggia. Andrea Tonelli leads the standings after the first day. The Hermitage of Cerbiello was built as a Benedictine monastery during the 8th century. From 1216 to 1783, it was home to the Franciscan monks, and later became a parish church dedicated to Saint Anthony. In the modern TER competition, there is great interest around the crews who will be fighting for the overall victory. One of these is Alberto Battistali, co-driven by Simone Scatolin, who will try to start in the best way a season, in which he aims to stand out in Europe with his Skoda.
My first impression for this race, this is gonna be tough because during the recce we have seen different conditions from snow, a lot of snow in Cerbiello and mud in Anghiari, so it will be a very different race from day to day. Today muddy condition, tomorrow maybe snow. We don't know the forecast for tomorrow or snow in the morning, but we will see.
Among the favorites for the final victory in TER are the 2021 winner in Valtiberina Italian Niccolò Marchiaro, Alessandro Bettega, Francesco Fanari, Simone Romagna, Gianmarco Donetto, Mauro Trentin, French Jean-Philippe Quillicini, and the Argentinian Sergio Emiliano Biondi.
I'm very glad to be here. I was waiting all time at the beginning of this incredible championship, and for me, as the original Argentinian guy, I cannot ask more to have a first event of the gravel, and that's why I'm really happy to be here and to share with everyone this incredible championship.
A cold evening awaits the crews at the start of the first special stage, run mostly in darkness, as the sun sets over the Tevere Valley.
2, 1, vai, destra 4, lunga 30 tieni, no, sinistra 1 terra, 100.
With number 1 on the doors, Alberto Battistali and Simone Scatolin are the fastest with their Skoda Fabia in the opening test. The son of Italian rally idol Lucky attacks right from the beginning and is faster by 1.1 seconds than the sister car of French Jean-Philippe Quillicini and Fabrice Gordon.
Et 50 mètres, longue droite à fond, 80 mètres. Attention, frein gauche 140. Attention, frein gauche 140. Et fini.
Quillicini, who is also in the title fight for the Italian series Valle del Tevere, gets off to a very good start in the rally and beats by 5.2 seconds Alessandro Bettega's Skoda.
Per sinistra 6, 50, destra 6, 80, sinistra 4 più lunga su dossetto, 50.
Bettega, son of the former Works Lancia 037 driver Attilio, who sadly passed away at Rally Tour de Corse 1985, leads the two Fabias of Trentin and Romagna by 2.7 and 3.3 seconds respectively.
Vai, destra 5, chiude 4, stop, sinistra 2 taglia, terra, 2 taglia, terra, 80. 2, apre, 50.
Alberto Battistali leads the rally after the first day. Cold, snow, special stages which make drivers dream. The second day of Rally Valle del Tevere, dressed in white, awaits the TER crews. Under heavy snow, Francesco Fanari and Cristina Caldart are fastest in the 7.4 km special stage of Cervelo and climb into third place.
Poi apre 70.
Battistali sets second time, 2.1 seconds behind Fanari, and maintains the lead of the standings, with 3 seconds on Quilichini after stage 2.
30 mètres, droite Santa circulaire et 50 mètres, gauche 140 plus, 50 mètres gauche 140 plus, allez!
Behind Fanari, who is third at 9.6 seconds from the leader, Romagna is fourth, ahead of Bettega and Marchiaro.
Vai, ora apre, vai, taglia, destra 3, destra 3, destra 3, 50.
The first 6 drivers are enclosed in 18.7 seconds after special stage 2.
50, sinistra 4 più lunga lunga, sinistra 4 più lunga lunga, 30 sinistri, destra 3 più, destra 3 più, e sinistra 3 lunga.
Tre, due, uno.
The crews move on to the Battaglia di Anghiari special stage.
100, bivio no, destra 1 esterno. 150.
Battistali is once again fastest with his Skoda, ahead of Quilichini by 7/10. The Frenchman maintains second place in the TER standings, just 3.7 seconds behind the Italian. Due to cutting a chicane, Fanari is given a 30-second penalty and leaves third place to Bettega, who is 20.1 seconds from the leader.
80. Al bivio destra 2 no, destra 2 no al bivio. 150.
Alberto Battistali and Simone Scatolin set 2 more best times on the 4th and 5th special stage and stretched their race lead to 19 seconds on Quilichini. Bettega is third in the TER standings after the 5th stage. In the fight for the TER podium, Romagna is fourth, 10 seconds behind Bettega. After the problems in the 3rd stage, Fanari climbs back in 5th place, 7 seconds behind Romagna, and 2 seconds ahead of Trentin, who is 6th. Alberto Battistali and Simone Scatolin lead the rally after 5 special stages. In the wonderful Valtiberina scenery, just 2 stages divide Battistali from the victory. But anything can still happen. The surprises arrive in the penultimate stage. Jean-Philippe Quilichini and Fabrice Gordon second in the TER standings 19 seconds from the leader, lose 54 seconds due to a puncture, and fall in 6th place. Bettega climbs in 2nd place, and Romagna in 3rd of the TER. Outside the TER classification, Romanian Simone Tempestini fought until the end for the victory, but finished 2nd.
Attenzione, sinistra 2, sinistra 2.
Argentinian Sergio Emiliano Biondi, co-driven by Italian Albrecht Baruffa, completes his first round of the 2022 TER in 12th place. Biondi is preceded by Raquel Somaschini, who also secures the 30 points of the TER Ladies Trophy classification.
Sia 6,90.
After a difficult rally for him, Marchioro finishes 10th in TER, behind Donetto. Angelo Pucci Grossi and Francesco Cardinali take a great 8th place, just 11 seconds behind Andrea Maselli and Alessio Angeli. Fifth position for Mauro Trentin and Alice De Marco, ahead of the unlucky Quilichini. In the last special stage, Francesco Fanari and Cristina Caldart overtake Simone Romagna and Francesco Pinelli, and take the 3rd step of the TER podium. Alessandro Bettega and Paolo Carnellotti take the 2nd place in the TER. With a fantastic race for them. Leading from the first to last special stage, Alberto Battistali and Simone Scatolin win the first round of the 2022 TER Tour European Rally, the 2nd edition of the Rally Terra Valle del Tevere.
Sei e sinistra 5, 50, destra sinistra 3 più. Ok.
Salire direttamente sul miglior gradino del podio Alberto Battistoli con Simone Scatolin, primi assoluti all'edizione 2022 del Valle del Tevere. Siamo leggermente lunghi con i tempi come il nostro solito. Complimenti, bravi!
Alberto Battistali, Alessandro Bettega, and Francesco Fanari is the TER podium in Tuscany. Alberto Battistali and Simone Scatolin are the leader of the 2022 Tour European Rally. Let's go back to the TER historic competition. The 2nd day starts under the snow. Fabrizio Bacci and Saro Farnokia are the fastest. The Ford Sierra Cosworth crew win stage 2, 3 and 4, sets the 2nd time in the 5th, and lead the rally by 38.3 seconds over Tonelli's Escort after 5 special stages. Third is Costa's Opel Corsa, ahead of Ormazzano Talbot. Pellegrini, third after the second stage, leads the rally with his Lancia Delta in the third test. In the TER standings, Messiati is the leader with his Lada Vaz 21011. The Hungarian driver has fun on the fantastic roads of Valtiberina and precedes Bellini, second with his Escort RS. Fabrizio Bacci leads the standings after SS5. Last two stages. Fabrizio Bacci will try to manage the 38 seconds advantage over Andrea Tonelli. Alessandro Landini and Alessio Mencherini take fifth place with their Peugeot 309, just 13 seconds behind the Opel Corsa of Filippo Grifoni and Paolo Materazzi. Third step of the podium to Federico Ormazzano and Luigi Cavagnetto with their Talbot Sunbeam Lotus. Riccardo Costa and Domenico Mulleroni conquer an excellent second place on their Corsa GSI. After a great rally for them, they take the lead in Special Stage 2. When they were trying to manage their advantage until the end, Fabrizio Bacci and Saro Farnocchia are forced to abandon the rally due to an error in the penultimate stage. Andrea Tonelli and Roberto Debi win the second edition of the Rally Storico Valle del Tevere. In the TER historic classification, Germano Bellini and Matteo Raggia climbed the second step of the podium with their Ford Escort. First rally in the series for them. Hungarian Messiati and Bernadette Gerinkser win the TER historic classification of the Rally Storico Valle del Tevere.
Igen, jobb kettőből bal kettő, 100 és cél. Azonnal egy bal kettőből jobb kettő. Igen. Bal kettőből jobb kettő. Igen. Oksi.
È il primo vincitore stagionale del Tour European Rally. Grazie, complimenti. Ciao Messiati, grazie. Bravi. Bravo Germano. Bravo Matteo, complimenti. Ciao, a presto, grazie,
I am very happy that we took part in this competition. We finished our race successfully. We had a technical issue with a shock absorber, which created us some problems, but then, everything was fine. I really like the organization layout, and what is important is the time to reach the finish line, so it's all super. Andrea Tonelli wins the rally. Messiati is the winner of the TER Historic in Valtiberina. Discover a jewel from colonial times, a place to connect with the past in a very avant-garde style. Quite a spectacle for your eyes and for your heart. A daily adventure during daytime or at night. Guanajuato. Live great stories. The 2022 TER historic season will return in 3 months, from May 19th to the 23rd in France, with Rally on Tide Côte d'Azur.